Have you ever wondered how many different ties Ken Jennings wears while hosting a season of Jeopardy? He shared his answer in a new video, along with which ones are his favorite and which hold special meaning. This is Ken's tie tour, Jeopardy's version, necktie emoji, #Jeopardy. Read the caption on an Instagram post shared on September 9. I'm Ken Jennings, and this is my crib, the host said outside the dressing room, in a tongue-in-cheek reference to the early 2000s MTV show. He wore a suit with a purple patterned tie and dress shoes. Come on in. I'm going to take you on a tie tour. When he opened the door, he revealed the entire collection, which he said included around 220 ties. This is where the magic happens, tie-wise, Jennings shared. Steven Zimbelman, who is Alex Trebek's wardrobe guy, also dresses Jennings, and he gave him a shout-out in the video. I personally like the floral, he said, holding up a lilac tie with purple flowers on it. Ken Jennings showed off a new one with circles on it and shared that there are a lot of paisley ties in the collection. Steve and I both love paisley, so there are a lot of these. Jennings then showed off the tie Bible, where all of the ties are placed into a scanner and are marked with the season and episode date. We have a reference here of what's in the mix, he said. So, we have a tie reference work. This is how important the ties are to our work here at Jeopardy! The Jeopardy! Host then showed off ties that are placed in a separate spot. We have a bunch of old Tupperware full of Alex Trebek era ties. There were about 5 hanging on a hanger that Jennings showed off. He said that all the ties have a code on them, and the ones worn by Trebek on the game show start with that. That's very special, he ended. Alex would love that you honor him in that way, red heart emoji, a fan wrote. Ken is so stylish. Can't wait to see him next week for the new season, another commented. I love it. You always look great, a third said. I always checked out the tie Alex was wearing. Now I do the same with Ken. Love the ties. One last fan said. When it comes to Jeopardy, few names carry as much weight as Ken Jennings. From his legendary 74-game winning streak in 2004 to his current role as one of the hosts of the show, Jennings has cemented himself as a household name in the world of trivia. But beyond his encyclopedic knowledge and quick wit, Ken has recently shown fans another side of his personality, his impressive tie collection. As the new season of Jeopardy! Approaches, Jennings decided to give viewers a peek behind the scenes by showcasing his wardrobe staple, the ties he wears while standing at the iconic podium. What might seem like a small detail has actually become one of his most recognizable trademarks on the show. For many fans, Jennings' tie choice is just as anticipated as the final Jeopardy question. A tradition of style on Jeopardy! Wardrobe has always played an important role in how hosts present themselves on Jeopardy! The late Alex Trebek was known for his polished suits and his own understated but elegant style. When Ken Jennings stepped into his hosting duties, he not only carried the responsibility of Trebek's legacy but also began to build his own visual identity. Ties quickly became a central part of that. Jennings' collection ranges from bold patterned ties to classic solids, and every choice seems to reflect his personality, smart, approachable, and just a little quirky. For fans who follow the show closely, spotting a new tie has become something of a game in itself. The tie collection unveiled. Recently, Ken shared a behind-the-scenes photo gallery on social media, lining up dozens of his favorite ties on a rack in his dressing room. Fans were quick to comment, pointing out their favorites from past seasons. Some of the highlights include the deep navy with subtle stripes, a go-to look that gives off authority while keeping things simple. The bright red power tie, often worn on episodes featuring tournaments or special events, signaling high stakes. Playful geometric patterns, these ties reveal Jennings' lighter side and his subtle sense of humor. Seasonal picks, for example, a deep green tie during December episodes or pastel shades in spring. Jennings admitted that his tie choices aren't always accidental. In fact, he often selects a tie to match the mood of the episode or even the energy of the contestants. It's his way of silently joining in on the excitement without stealing the spotlight. Fan reactions. The response from fans has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media lit up with comments praising Jennings' sense of style. Many longtime viewers admitted that they've been keeping track of his ties since he first appeared as a contestant decades ago. One fan wrote, "I love how Ken's tie collection has become part of the Jeopardy tradition. It's like his way of carrying on the elegance Alex Trebek set, but making it uniquely his own." Another joked, "Forget the daily double. I tune in to see which tie Ken is wearing this week." Clearly, the tie collection has become more than just wardrobe, it's part of the show's culture. Why ties matter on television. Wardrobe on TV isn't just about looking good, It's about building trust with an audience. In hosting roles, small details like a tie can make someone seem more relatable or authoritative. Jennings' choice to lean into ties rather than adopting a flashier look speaks to his personality as someone grounded and approachable. His ties also reflect continuity. While the set of Jeopardy! May evolve and the contestants change daily, the sight of Jennings in his crisp suit and carefully chosen tie provides stability. It's a visual reminder that the spirit of the show endures. A nod to Alex Trebek. It's worth noting that Jennings has often spoken about Alex Trebek's influence on him, both as a contestant and later as a host. While Jennings has never tried to copy Trebek, his wardrobe choices, including his tie collection, feel like a subtle tribute. Trebek often wore understated but elegant ties that projected calm authority. Jennings has added more personality into his choices but never strays far from the polished professionalism Trebek established. For fans, this balance feels like the perfect way of honoring the past while moving into the future. The upcoming season. With the new season of Jeopardy! On the horizon, fans are eager to see which ties Jennings will bring out next. Some speculate he may introduce new styles or even themed ties for special events. A few fans have suggested he auction off some of his older ties for charity, something Jennings has hinted could be possible in the future. The upcoming season is expected to be one of the most competitive yet, with returning champions, special tournaments, and possibly some surprise celebrity appearances. Jennings' ties may seem like a small detail compared to the gameplay, but they've become part of the anticipation. Beyond the podium. Interestingly, Jennings' ties have also sparked conversations outside of Jeopardy! A few fashion bloggers have written about his collection, noting how it combines professionalism with personality. Some even argue that Jennings has quietly become one of the more stylish men in daytime television, not by chasing trends but by sticking to a classic look with personal touches. For Jennings, though, the ties aren't about fashion statements. In interviews, he has said they're more about routine. Having a wide collection makes the process of getting ready smoother, and it allows him to focus on the show itself rather than worrying about what to wear. A symbol of his journey. Ken Jennings' ties aren't just fabric and patterns, they've become symbols of his journey. From his beginnings as a contestant in a basic suit and tie to his evolution into the host of one of the most iconic quiz shows in history, the tie has remained a constant. It represents professionalism, respect for the show, and even a quiet confidence. Fans love it not just because the ties look good, but because they represent Jennings' consistency in a world where so much changes. As Ken Jennings gears up for another season of Jeopardy! His tie collection has become a fun and meaningful talking point for fans. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest details, like a piece of fabric knotted neatly around the neck, can carry big significance. Whether he's sporting a bold pattern tie or a subdued classic, Jennings has turned this wardrobe staple into a tradition of its own. It's one more way he connects with viewers, honors the legacy of Alex Trebek, and builds his own place in Jeopardy! History. So, as the cameras roll and the clues appear on the board this season, fans won't just be watching the contestants. They'll also be keeping an eye on the host's tie, waiting to see which one from his now famous collection makes its way to the stage.